Yo, what's good? This is Casey for L King Self for Life Wrestling Takes, and you're now watching Casey for L Wrestling Takes Show. What's good, everybody? This your boy Casey for L King Self for Life. Yep, it is Saturday morning, 1:36 a.m. Central Time. I told y'all I was coming back. I know it's super late, but your man had to cover everything, so I did it opposite today. I'm going to cover Rampage first, and then I'm going to cover Smackdown. Friday night wrestling was a pretty solid night. I got some issues with both shows. I'll talk about what I didn't like, but overall, I was actually pleased with what I got tonight. We're going to break down everything. Battle of the Belts 7 is set. I'm going to talk about that. We're going to break down all of that. We're going to break down Jay's awesome promo. It's just unfortunate, ladies and gentlemen. I know exactly what's going to happen. The handwriting is on the wall. Everything Paul Heyman said, the handwriting is on the wall. If y'all don't understand what's about to happen, shame on you. You should know what's going to happen. But let's break down Rampage first, and then we'll talk about Smackdown. They even talk about the goofy segment with the girls, because I feel like the girls are just all over the place. They're trying to make sense with the women, but it just feels like the ladies are all over the place. No direction. They're trying to have direction, but there's no direction, none whatsoever. But we'll break down when I talk about Smackdown. Let's go over AEW Rampage July 14th edition. Welcome back, Lance Archer and Jake the Snake Roberts. I said, man, it felt so good to see these cats. I said, my goodness, good to see them. But I'm going to talk about the first matchup. Daddy Magic and Cool Hang Ainge, a.k.a. 2.0 versus Dustin Rhodes and Keith Lee. So it sounds like Tony Khan and them is wanting to keep Keith Lee and Dustin together. Fine. That's what he want to do. This is an okay match. As long as Keith Lee got the victory, that's all that mattered to me. Got the slam on them. 1, 2, 3. They won. And kudos to Dustin Rhodes for not bleeding. So I was actually said, you know what? What I'm going to do, I'm going to get the new rules that are supposed to be intact for AEW. I'm going to get that while I'm talking about Rampage. So I'm going to talk about Rampage first. Then I'm going to go and get the rules. I'm going to look that up. Then I'll go over that. Then I'll go over SmackDown. So we're going to do all that in one video. So first matchup, it was okay. It is what it is. Like I said, as long as Keith Lee got the victory, hey, We got Swerve and we got Keith Lee winning in the same week. That's all that mattered to me. Great. They did a good job. We move on. So after them, we get, now this was terrible. We didn't need to see this. So QT, he talked about he handled the situation with Hobbs, and he said he gonna talk to that man on Saturday night, and they got Solo getting his back pulled by Harley Cameron. Talk about that was one of the best raps. This is of the Acclaim, and I said no, this is terrible. This QT crap is terrible. It is absolutely terrible. So then QT sprayed Solo in the mouth with the breath spray and all that. So then Johnny TV popped up on the TV talking about that was an absolutely great rap diss. I know it wasn't. Terrible. Johnny TV, this is the worst gimmick he's ever had. I'm sorry. Normally, Johnny Morrison can make himself, like, he knows how to take a gimmick and run with it, because he can elevate himself no matter what. Like, he knows how to do that. This is the worst I've ever seen him. This is terrible. This is garbage. This is trash. QT claimed he's going to interact with Will Hobbs on Saturday night. I hope to God Will Hobbs beats the snot out of him tomorrow or today, because it's Saturday right now. I hope he beat the brakes off of him. That's all I need to see on Collision. That's it. But this segment was terrible. Absolutely terrible. Waste of time. So then we get a squash match. My girl Taya Valkyrie against hometown hero Miss Izzy McQueen. This was a squash match. Taya got the victory. She did what she was supposed to do. Next thing you know, Toni Storm and Saraya came out there, and they pretty much told Taya, they read her the riot act. They told her exactly what she is. She's a loser. So I'm asking myself this. Taya been doing nothing but losing ever since she came to AEW. How the heck does she deserve a title shot? Like, please make it make sense. Toni Storm and Saraya, they basically told her, like, you really don't belong in this division. You claim you want a championship, you want a shot at my title, but you ain't done nothing. And facts. She spit nothing but facts. It was a great promo, but I felt bad for Taya, because I'm like, Taya hasn't done anything. I'm like, how do you lose and lose and lose and you get an AEW Women's World Championship shot? Listen, sometime, man, I'm gonna be honest with you, TK, he does things backwards, especially when it comes to the ladies. He does things backwards. I'm like, now here, don't get me wrong, Taya versus Toni Storm about to be great, because both of them are excellent. They both excellent. I know the matches are gonna bang, but I think this would have made more sense if Taya would have been getting proper wins. Remember when she went against, first of all, Sheeta, who recently won, should have actually be in this position. I know they run this back, they do it over and over again, but I'm like, she'd have been winning. She beat Taya. What kind of sense does that make? That makes absolutely no sense. None. No sense whatsoever. But Taya baited her into getting the shot. She baited her. She pretty much baited her. So tonight, we're going to get Taya versus Toni Storm for the AEW Women's World Championship. Taya's losing again, and I'm getting tired of it. I'm tired of my girl losing. Yes, I am a Taya Valkyrie fan, ladies and gentlemen. I am. I'm a fan of this young lady. I want to see her get victories. Look, this is not how you do it. She's looked like a complete joke ever since she came, man. It's sad, man. However, she can wrestle her behind off. She's great. And her and Tony, they finna do matches together. They finna do great. But you already know what's finna happen. She ain't winning. So, like I said, that was it. But they listen, if Taya was winning, this matchup would make sense. It would make sense, but she hasn't. So, that's that. We got a right to the point promo. My man, the Hook, looked like he chilling with his lady. She had a head turn. She was on her phone. He said, yo, Jungle Boy, I'm tired of chasing your punk behind the round. Listen, you want a shot at this FTW championship? Meet me next week in Boston on Dynamite. I'll see you there. I'll see you behind there. 1, 2, 3, right to the point. He said what he had to say. Match is made. Boom. I can't wait. I'm ready for it. Trent Beretta versus Lance Archer. Ladies and gentlemen, it's just good to see Lance Archer. It's good to see Jake the Snake Roberts. I said, man, they have been missed. I'm glad they back. Man, Trent Beretta didn't stand a chance. I mean, Lance Archer beat the snot out. They tried. Chucky T was right there. And Lance Archer got the victory. Fans loved it. And so afterwards, he started beating the brakes off of both of them. And he got on mic and he told that fool, listen, if you don't want me to destroy your favorite guys, your friends, You get your behind out here right now before I beat these 2 female dogs up. I want a shot at that AEW International Championship. Ladies and gentlemen, the right thing needs to happen. I'm tired of Lance Archer looking like a joke. The man's been gone for a long time. He needs this. Tony Khan, you failed Swerve. Swerve should be the AEW International Champion. You failed Swerve. Don't fail Lance Archer again. Do not fail Lance Archer again. Jake the Snake Roberts was right there. OC come running out there. OC, he bring his little tie behind out there. And Lance Archer grabs him by the neck. He's choking. Jake say, hold up, man. Look, don't beat him down right now. We'll take care of his behind tomorrow. But what we're going to do, we're going to hold on to this thing very preciously. So they took his championship. Now, normally when you do foolishness like that, that means that's... You already know the man finna lose again. I don't want him to lose because all the other matches that's on the card, nobody's title is changing. We need a title change. We need a title change. I'm not playing with you. We need a title change. The title change, this is the matchup that needs the title change. Now, how do you do it? OC's best friends, Chucky T and Trent Beretta, they snap. They snap on OC. They cost OC. I need this. It's been a long time coming. The best friends ain't doing nothing. They need a character change. OC is getting all the glory. He's been running around here with this doggone championship. And what have the best friends got? They have been nothing more than enhancement talent. That's it. Nothing else. Nothing else. I need OC to do the right thing. Put Lance Archer over tonight. Put him over tonight. No more of this foolishness. We got to see OC. And you know what? Afterwards, I need Chucky T and I need Trent Beretta to beat the snot out of OC. Take him out of commission where we don't have to see his behind for 7 weeks straight. I'm serious. That'll get us to what? All in. We don't have to see him till closer. But you know his behind going to be all in. He needs 6 weeks off. Take his behind out, have him on the shelf so he can heal his body up, and then bring him back. And I guess we could do a matchup. We could do Trent Beretta versus OC at All In. You know what I'm saying? Because that's the story right there. Everybody be asking for story. That is your story. Trent Beretta and Chucky T, they snapped. They've had enough. This circus clown has been uplifted while they've been nothing but jokes. The days of being jokes for Chucky T and Trent Beretta are over. Because every time when it's concerning OC in his championship, they be up by his side. They are responsible for him still winning. This time, not so much. I need Lance Archer to win that championship. I need Lance to win because we know 10 ain't winning. Sean Spears is not beating Luchasaurus for the TNT title. And we know dang well Taya Valkyrie is not beating Toni Storm for the AEW World Women's Championship. So we need a title change at Battle of the Belts. It must be Lance Archer. Lance Archer as your next what is it called? AEW International Championship. That's what we need. That's what we need, ladies and gentlemen. We need it. And that's what I'm going with. It better happen, or I'll be on Tony Khan's helmet after I get through with Slammiversary. So, I just talked about that. I talked about all that. So then, okay, so now, again, it's been raining like crazy. We got a severe thunderstorm again. So right here, this is when our TV was acting up again. So we had Ethan Page and Hardy Party responding to Jeff and Jarrett's crew. I don't know what they can really do. I guess what it's about to be, all of them will be in the Royal Rampage. Oh no. Oh no. Oh my goodness. What the clown is this? Oh man. See, this is no, man. This is what is this for? See, this is a waste. This is just to get that mid-card Memphis piece of crap on TV. This is uncalled for. See, I didn't really understand, because like I said, this when our TV was acting up. Man, this is trash. I'm sorry. So trash. I don't care nothing about this. Garbage. Hot garbage. Royal Rampage. What? No, TK, get this filth off TV. This is terrible. This just sounds stupid. Terrible. Absolutely terrible. So then we got Konosuke Takeshita versus Mentalio. Now, Mentalio is a student of Kenny Omega. So, and apparently they go back. Childhood friend. So, obviously this was just basically, to get under Kenny Omega's skin. Takeshi got to go over, got to look strong. Mentalio, he looked decent. He looked like. Now here's the deal. I'm not gonna lie. I automatically thought, hey, is this a black dude trying to be a lucha? Is he trying to be a luchador or something like that? But hey, it is what it is. Takeshi beat the snot out of him, and then Don Callis got in the ring with him. They didn't say nothing. Now, you had Jericho on commentary, pretty much kind of teasing what he might do. Ladies and gentlemen, I got Jericho being the reason why the BCC go over. Because of Takeshita winning this match right here, everybody automatically assumes that the BCC are losing. Jericho gonna be the reason why the BCC go over. Like I said, it was okay match. It is what it is. Now this is great. We got a promo from the Dark Order talking about, do they regret turning on Hangman? They say Hangman would have never had the opportunity not only to go up for the AEW World Championship, but he never would have had a successful run if it wasn't for them. All three of them spoke nothing but truth. Johnny Hungy spoke the truth. Alex Reynolds spoke the truth. Evil Uno spoke the truth. I know there are fools that absolutely can't stand Dark Order. Listen. They are tired of being jokes. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I got LFL being the ones to dethrone House of Black. But if LFL ain't getting back together, and the only reason we got Andrade going at the House of Black is just to get his mask back, then, ladies and gentlemen, you know what? Hey, why not? But it kind of don't make sense, because House of Black are heels, and Dark Order, if you want to say, are tweeners now, but you might as well call them heels too. But I thought this promo was great. All three of them spoke nothing but facts. They pretty much said, "Hey man, it was a joke without them." When the Elite turned on him and he didn't have nobody, they was right there to pick him back up. I thought this segment was phenomenal. I thought it was great. Great promo. Great. Hey man, you ain't nothing without Dark Order. That's pretty much what they said. Nothing. So then we got Mark Henry talking about the final semi-match for the women's side of the Owen Hart Foundation tournament. Ruby Soho was watching backstage. Ring of Honor Women's Champion Athena versus Willow Nightingale. Now, ladies and gentlemen, how many times? Look, y'all, I lost count. This week, I want to say, 4 champions got pinned. 4. Started with Roman. Roman was the first. Then it was Mello. Then it was Sammy. Then it was FTR. And now it's Athena. And listen, I would never be a fan of that. I'm gonna be honest with y'all. This matchup, I actually wanted to double count out. I wanted to double count out so that we can have a triple threat. Because I tell y'all all the time, I do not like champions getting pinned in non-title matches. How the heck am I going to justify Athena getting pinned when I be one of the main ones going off on all the products? First, we seen my man Chris Bay getting pinned on the Go Home show for Slammiversary. He getting pinned. I'm like, what kind of foolishness? What is that? That's another dude. 5 or 6 champions getting pinned. I ain't never seen it like that. I ain't never seen like this is crazy to say. 6 champions from 3 different companies. 3. WWE, AEW, and Impact. 3 different companies, and all these clowns are getting pinned left and right. And they got the championship. Roman getting pinned. Sammy getting pinned because you know he with Kevin Owens as the tag team champ. Then you got Chris Bay getting pinned over here on Impact looking like a dang fool. Then you got Athena getting pinned. I'm like, now look, here's the deal. I had Willow winning, but I would never, I don't give a care what nobody got to say. I will never be a fan of champions getting pinned in non-title match. Everybody and their mama can try to convince me that it's okay for a champion to get pinned as a champion in non-title matches. You can come up with every excuse on the planet. It just doesn't make no sense to me. It makes me feel like the champion is nothing. And even though I had Willow going over, I just duck in. I just don't like champions getting pinned in non-title. I hate it. I hate when the matches get set up. I just hate it. It just does something to me. I don't care what company it is. I don't care if it's NXT, WWE, Impact, Ring of Honor, AEW. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. No. There are better ways to get your to make your champion look strong without getting pinned. Now, here's the deal. I can't wait because I'm going to talk about SmackDown in a minute. But this matchup, though, real talk, Athena and Willow Nightingale cooked. This was the best match on the whole show. Athena and Willow Nightingale cooked. TK, I got to give you props, though. We was eating all week. We ate all week. We got the main event on Dynamite. Then we got the main event on freaking Rampage. I said, bro, we ate this week in AEW. You cannot. For the people who be always talking about all egg white wrestling or all Aryan, I mean, just y'all already know how it is. We ate. Our people ate. We ate on Dynamite. Then we got an opportunity to eat on Rampage. I can't be mad at that at all, ladies and gentlemen. I mean, man, listen. I guess TK, he must hear me out. He must know that if he be doing some bull job, I'm gonna be on his helmet. He best believe I will stay on his helmet for real. But Willow Nightingale, I think it was great. It was I love the matchup. I didn't want the match to end. I wanted it to end in the double count out. I actually would have preferred a triple threat. I really would. I wouldn't have minded a triple threat. I would not have minded a triple threat. This would have been the first time. I think it would have been a reasonable reason to go with it. I know some people probably would have been mad. I don't give a crap. It would have been perfect because guess what? You get to protect Athena. So now Ruby's chances of not winning have been doubled because now you got Willow and you got Athena in there. Oh, her chances are very slim now. You know, she got to worry about her. Then she got to be, let me say, I don't know. She got to be concerned because I don't like to use the word. She got to be concerned about Willow, and she would have to be concerned about the Ring of Honor World's Champion. No, Willow Nightingale, she handled the business, and she's moving on. And right when she won, Ruby had a smirk on her face because, listen, behind the scenes, even though they beefing right now, Willow Nightingale and Ruby Soho are homegirls. They are homegirls. She smiled because she's been looking forward to this matchup. And I personally think that Ruby and Willow Nightingale are about to bang. Matchup is about to be great. But I got Ruby Soho going over. Ruby is getting it. She getting it. She didn't get it done. She didn't get the opportunity to win the TBS championship. She lost last year in the finals. She not losing this time. She ain't. She not. And guess what? I believe Athena going to cost Willow. I think that's what they're going to do. I think they're going to have this. This is what I think is going to happen. I think Willow is going to, she's going to lose because of Athena, which I think that would set up the matchup for Death Before Dishonor. Your man's not watching Death Before Dishonor because I don't even pay no attention to Ring of Honor like that no more. So you ain't got to worry about me doing a review on it. Ring of Honor, ladies and gentlemen, like I said, the best thing on Ring of Honor is Athena. And it's sad that she's being hidden on an app that don't nobody watch. Y'all just got a display of how great Athena is. She's being hidden on a garbage app that don't nobody watch. Ring of Honor has turned into dark, as Elevation to dark. That's what it is. But I think Athena is going to cost Willow, which is going to set up the matchup for them to go at it. And I think Willow's going to beat Athena. So Athena is going to lose twice. This time this time it will be for the title, and she get pinned for the title. Hey, it is what it is. So Willow Nightingale will be running Ring of Honor. Kudos to them. All right. Now, before I get into SmackDown, I told y'all I was going to go over the AEW new rules. Give me 1 second. Hold on. Now I'm going to the WWE page. Give me a second, y'all. Give me a second. Go to AEW. Let me find the new rules. What's banned. Hold on. Let me see. AEW. Okay, all right. Okay, so let's say new moves, things that bumps on the ring apron or outside the ring, any spot with tables, ladders, chairs, all variations of power drivers, hurricanranas, sit down drivers, using weapons and throwing objects, choking with hands or weapons, high risk dives and top rope moves, bleeding on purpose, injury spots, any spots of brawling in the crowd, any spots involving non-wrestlers like referees and managers. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, all they doing is just making sure that the wrestlers and the fans are protected. That's all it is. Listen, most of this stuff is still probably going to still be done. I'm just telling you. So for people that start, oh, they turned it up. I said it earlier. For people that saying, oh, they just going to be WWE light. No, they're not. They just going to tone down things that they need to tone down. But more than likely, most of this stuff still going to be on the show. It's still going to be on there. It won't be on there as much. But I believe most of the stuff still going to be on there, you know. Like I said, I don't need cats bleeding 24/7 all day. You know what I mean? But like I said, I think these rules are a smart idea. Like I said, finally TK got a freaking backbone. I know it took Warner Brothers Discovery to get on his case about it. But hey, get a freaking backbone. Them clowns that you work with, they need to learn. You can't be doing all this crazy stuff. You know what I mean? Shoot, kudos. Hey, shout out to my main man Ariel. He said it. He said tone down the violence. I mean, you can still do the violence, but you ain't got to do it all that crazy stuff. You know what I'm saying? The number one goal or the number one thing about AEW is the storytelling. That's what we want. More story. Don't just give us the story in the matchup. Give us the story that leads up to the great match. All In is 6 weeks away, ladies and gentlemen. All In is 6 weeks away. All Out is 7 weeks away. Oh, and speaking of which, so as of right now, it's still going to be pay-per-view wise. And they talking about they want 12 pay-per-views. Ladies and gentlemen, no, we don't. We don't need no freaking pay-per-view every month. We don't. That's just too much. Like I said, if you're going to do some foolishness like that, you might as well just get on the freaking streaming app, get on HBO Max, and call it a day. Call it a freaking day. You ain't got to do all that mess. No, we don't need no freaking 12 pay-per-views. You crazy as the best of bug. If you think somebody for to pay $50 to $60 every month, no, just get yourself a freaking stream, get on HBO Max, and call it a freaking day. That's it. So, overall, I told you about the bull job. I didn't give a crap about on Rampage tonight, but I thought overall Rampage was a solid wrestling show. Pretty good. Now, let's go ahead and let's talk about WWE Smackdown. Give me a second. Let's go to WWE Smackdown. Let's talk about Smackdown, to recap everything that happened on this show. Let's break it down. There is absolutely no direction when it comes to the women. I'm sorry. I know some people was thinking I was going to come on here and be like, oh, yeah, SmackDown was great. It was great. It was a good show, but it's no direction with the women, man. The women are just all over the place. I'm sorry. The women are literally all over the place. Listen, it feels more like this might mess around to be a fatal 5-way than a triple threat. I'm serious. Because you keep having Bailey and Io pull up, and then everybody just get into it, and it's nothing. It's like we're getting nowhere. Asuka's, listen, I'm sorry, man. Listen. Asuka's run, man, so far has been it's been blah. And guess whose fault that is? H and Vince McMahon. Asuka is a circus clown, man. That's all she is. Just spitting goo at everybody, spitting mist. That's it. Sticking her tongue out all day. Looking goofy, just clowning. Ain't nothing. Nothing. Having the same matches over and over again, doing the same match. 1 week is Charlotte, next week is Bianca. I'm like, nothing. They match up at WrestleMania was better than the match they had tonight. Tonight's match was decent. It was okay, but I mean, nothing. Absolutely nothing. The women don't have no direction. They don't. They honestly don't have no type of direction whatsoever. I watched that. I said, nah. But when I get there, I'll talk about it when I get there. Let's go ahead and break down everything that happened. It's right from the jump. We're live from Charlotte's backyard. Charlotte, North Carolina. Rayla. I think that's how I say it. Rayla. Bianca come out there fine as that thing. Beautiful as heck. Montez is a blessed man. He is a blessed man. I gotta say it. Blessed man. She came out there. She greeted the fans. She talked about Later on, I got a matchup. I don't want to jinx myself, but I can't wait to show Asuka I'm the EST. And then who come out? The Android. The Android come out there. Now, listen, I call her the Android because she sounds like an android when she talk. But Andrade, he is the blessed man for getting with Charlotte. That's all I'm going to say. So she said, oh, yeah. So Bianca was talking about, so she tired of, running through hoops. She seemed to be the only one that got to jump through hoops. Come on, y'all. Bianca is telling, in that promo she said, she was saying some real stuff. That was a shoot. The fact that she has to jump through hoops while other cats don't have to do nothing. You know why. We all know why. Come on now. Let the elevator go up to the top. Y'all know exactly what Bianca was talking about. So then Charlotte was like, talk about, oh, you talk about something that I'm the one that's next and you this and all that. And I talk about but listen, I'm rooting for you to win it and all this crazy stuff. But after you win, you already know I'm next in line. I'm like, man, and the crowd tried to get behind her because, she was at home and everything. I was like, man, I said, man, just make it a triple threat. I said, and then guess what? They showed Asuka watching in the back. I said, Asuka should have been out there the whole time. It's Asuka's title. How the heck you gonna listen? Check this out. It feels like both Bianca and Charlotte are doing their best to carry this feud with Asuka. Now, listen, we all know Asuka's not that great. Listen, now, here's the deal. I've heard her speak. She can talk some decent English. She can. They just need to work with her. Just work with her. She should have been out there the whole time. She said, oh, so you going to try to beat me tonight? And then you claiming that you already claiming that she going to beat me tonight. And then you thinking that you automatically going to get the next shot. Screw all that. We don't even need to have the match up. We can go right now. We can square up right now. We can beat the snot out of each other right now. But that's not the case. She was watching in the back. And I was like, nothing. So that's all we got. We didn't really get anything, you know what I'm saying? So next we got Brawling Brutes versus Pretty Deadly. Now before we had the matchup, I'm telling you right now, they cut a promo talking about Sheamus and Butch and Ridge Holland. And I'm telling you right now, when Butch grabbed him, when Butch grabbed him, I'm telling you right now, he grabbed him, put his arm around the both of them, and he said, boys, fight night. You know what I said? Boys, job night, because that's all they did. They came out here just to put Pretty garbage over. Pretty Deadly don't do nothing for me, y'all. They honestly don't. Pretty Deadly don't do anything for me, ladies and gentlemen. They don't do anything. They don't do anything. I tried. I really tried my best to show them some respect or whatever, but I'm like, man, Brawling Bruce should have won. Sheamus and Ridge Holland should have won this match. I'm sorry, man. And then you got Michael Cole and Wade Beard just cutting up and getting at each other's throats and all this crazy stuff. But Pretty Deadly won. They used the turnbuckles, and Ridge Holland is still trying to sell the throat injury that he got from Solo thumbing him and all that. And that's how they won. I said, man, it is what it is. So that's that. So we get a video package from Grayson Waller swimming against Edge last week. Now here's the deal. Edge came back just to do that matchup and nothing. You would have think Edge Edge beat that man, right? So don't you think Edge should be involved in that match? He come back just to fight that man and he disappeared again. Where we going? Direction. They're directionless. This is what I'm talking about. No direction. I'm like, Edge beat this dude and he getting the title shot. What kind of sense does that make? What kind of sense does that make? It makes no sense, ladies and gentlemen. He lost and Edge is back home again. Doing nothing. Nothing. No direction. No nothing. So, there's a fatal 4-way. Grayson Wallace talking to Kathy Kelly said that he was going back and forth with The Rock online, and everybody's gonna smell what he's cooking, and it's the Grayson Waller effect. I was like, it is what it is on that. So then they get video package of the Bloodline storyline with Jey Uso going completely insane and Jimmy getting beat down and all of this stuff. And so they inform us that no Roman is in the house or nothing like that, but Jimmy is unfortunately out for the foreseeable future. He has quote unquote cracked ribs. Ladies and gentlemen, when I get to the promo, I'm going to tell y'all exactly what's finna pop off at Summer Joke. I'm telling you right now. Everything that was revealed from that video package and the promo that the Jey, Solo, and Paul Heyman cut, the handwriters on the wall. So then we got Adam Pearce and Charlotte. She got her bag. She talked about, well, I'm going to do the right thing. So I'm not needed tonight. I'm not going to get involved. And that was that. Next thing you know, here's Bayley and Io still acting as if they're tight. And that we're going to make sure that Io cash in tonight. And then next thing you know, Charlotte said, well, second thought, I'm not leaving. I got to make sure that they don't cash in. I'm like, ladies and gentlemen, we need to just make that matchup either Fatal 5-way or Fatal 4-way to call it a day. But because it's like no direction. They don't really have, they do not have no freaking direction. They just doing anything. Just silly, man. Just goofiness. But that's that. So then we get Zelina versus Bayley. And they show all the foolishness that happened with Shotzi, with Bayley and Io cutting their hair. They cut her hair and all this stuff. And then we get the matchup. We get Zelina versus Bayley. Zelina had to do the job. Everything would have made more sense if Zelina would have won over, if they would have had Shotzi come out there, but they didn't. Zelina and lost again. Bayley beat her. And afterwards, as they was walking off, we got a video of Shotzi looking like she just don't have no direction. And I don't know what they're doing with her. 1 minute she's a baby face, next minute she a heel. She was talking about, you guys thought by cutting my hair that did something to me. Well, you haven't seen this crazy side. And she shaved all the hair off. I'm like, so we got to deal with a bald head Shotzi, a bald head Shotzi, a crazy bald head Shotzi is supposed to make me actually care about where they're going with the direction of a character and everything. No, I'm good. So they just silly, ladies and gentlemen. Just it's extra goofy. So then they showed Jey walking as if he can't wait to talk about what's going on, what's playing through his mind and everything. And that's that. So then we get the OC talking with AJ Styles because he can't wait to get ready to be a part of this Fatal 4-way. And that was that. So then Jey come out there. So now we got the promo. Jey come out there. He talk about how he hurting right now. He say when it happened to his twin, messed him up inside. He say when his twin is happy, he happy. When his twin is sad, he sad. When his twin is mad, he mad. But he say when his twin is hurt, he hurt even more. And he said, Roman, I'm about to whoop your behind. I'm going to tear you up. Paul Heyman, you a punk. Solo, you suck. All of that, right? Next thing you want, Paul Heyman, Solo Sikoa, they come out there. He start going on this long rant about why everybody that's in the family go all the way to Alpha and Sokka. And Jey even mentioned this. Jey said that Paul Heyman has been the puppeteer of their family for over 40 years. That's crazy. I didn't know Paul Heyman went back with them. I didn't know. That's crazy. Paul Heyman went back with them for over 40 years. That's crazy. So then Paul Heyman started talking about nobody in the family forgives you. I don't forgive you. Roman don't forgive you. Solo don't forgive you. Your mama don't forgive you. Your daddy don't forgive. He just went down the list. So Jey just pacing back and forth. You know how he do. He got to make all those emotional faces and all that stuff and everything. I get it. He trying to stay in character, whatever, you know. Then Solo put his hand out because he tired of Paul Heyman talking. He take the mic. He said, man, you want to know what happened to Jimmy? It's your fault. And see, even Paul Heyman said that. He said, it's your fault that happened to Jimmy. And you know what? I don't forgive you. So then right after that, Jay and them started beating the snot at each other, started beating the brakes off each other. He kicked that man out the ring. So now Paul Heyman is left with nobody to protect him. No Roman in sight, no nothing. Then Solo pop right back up in there, try to lay that man out, which he does. But then it's not enough. He pops back up, takes him out, and then he even gets the opportunity to super kick Paul Heyman. I thought this segment was great. I thought he did a good job to get you invested in what's going to happen next week. Roman is pulling up next week. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you right now, listen to what I'm about to tell you. The handwriting is on the wall. With Paul Heyman saying the reason why Jimmy is in the hospital is your fault. It's your fault. He keeps saying your fault, your fault, your fault. Ladies and gentlemen, they said Jimmy is out for the foreseeable future. The foreseeable future means Summer Joke. Jimmy will pull back up at Summer Joke, and he will be the reason why Jay does not do what he's supposed to do, win the championship. Jimmy is going to cost him, and ladies and gentlemen, that is going to be the beginning of their rivalry, which is going to go all the way to WrestleMania. And at WrestleMania, we're going to get the matchup. We're going to get Jimmy versus Jay at WrestleMania. It's going to happen. I'm telling you right now, this is a spoiler. I'm telling you right now what's going to happen. Y'all might as well tell me that I work in the back. I'm telling you right now what's going to happen. Roman is going to be beaten. He going to be beaten. Jay finna pin him again. But Jimmy going to come out of nowhere and take that man out. That's the story. That's it right there. That's it. So we get Bianca talking to Adam Pearce because she got her gear on. And, then they was talking to Asuka and all this crazy stuff. And then you see EO and Bailey in the back. Just clown stuff. So then we got Austin Theory coming out there to watch this 4-way. So all the clowns that was in the 4-way was Grayson Waller, AJ Styles, Butch, and Santos Escobar. I thought this was matter of fact, I want to say this was probably the best match on the whole show. Yeah, I guess the right man went over. Santos Escobar is moving on. So obviously what it's going to be is going to come down to two men. It's going to come down to Santos Escobar. And then right afterwards, after the match was done, they told us what the match is going to be next week. It's going to be LA Knight, Rey Mysterio, Cameron Grimes, and Sheamus. And all four of them got an opportunity to make a promo. And first Rey talked, then Cameron talked, then Sheamus, who just got through from jobbing. That's what they don't make no sense. Sheamus just lost in a tag team match. Here he is getting the opportunity to go against Theory again. I don't know. I think I would have put Edge in that position because Sheamus and them is dealing with these pretty deadly clowns. Or as I call them, pretty garbage. That's who he should be focusing on. No, he's getting the opportunity against Theory, who he just pretty much lost with the tag team match against Pretty Garbage. He is getting an opportunity. What kind of sense does that make? Makes no sense whatsoever. Yet, Edge is somewhere gone again. Came back to have a decent, good match with Grayson Waller. Nowhere in sight. Gone. So, after all of the goofy clown stuff that happened, like I said, I just told you about Asuka talking. During the matchup, AJ Styles was finna win, but the camera went to the back and showed Karrion Kross, or Killer Kross, whatever his name is, Karrion Kross, beating the brakes off of all the members of the OC by himself. Talk about, if you want your boy's safety, you better cut back here right now. And that was the distraction. And Santos Escobar ends up winning, got the victory. I think he pinned Grayson Waller, if I'm not mistaken. Like I said, I think this is the best match on the whole show. But AJ Styles was distracted, so you know where his mind is at. His mind is to protect his family. So one man beat the brakes off of two big dudes. Hey, it is what it is on that. Right after all of this foolishness, LA Knight came out there. Man, this was the loudest pop of the whole night outside of Jimmy. This was the loudest pop. I said, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't know if somebody is over, look no further than LA Knight. LA Knight said, everybody want to know, everybody calls me a mega star and all this stuff. Yeah, all that crazy stuff, right? But let me tell you something. Let me talk to you. Everybody's gunning for Austin Theory right now. 5 men are gunning for him. But I'm telling you right now, you're looking at the next U.S. champion. That crowd went crazy. He is over, ladies and gentlemen. This young man is over. L.A. Knight is over. He represents that old school. Got a way to get over. You get over with the charisma. You get over with how you talk. You get over with your gimmick. L.A. Knight has it. Man, outside of Jay, I want to say LA Knight's promo was the second best part of the show. Second best part of the show. I can't disagree. So next week they're going to be on Fox Sports 1 because the Women's World Cup is coming back to Fox. Main event. Rematch City. Bianca versus Asuka for the 18th billion time. It was okay, but check this out. This was the real stupid part. All three of these women work at SmackDown. They don't need no doggone tickets. Next thing you know, you see Io and Bianca come running out here in the audience flashing a dang ticket. I said, ticket? Y'all don't need no tickets? Y'all work there. And then guess who follows suit? Charlotte. She come out here. I got my ticket too. I said, we already going down the tube. Already going down the tube. I said, goofy. I'm telling y'all, they might as well just make it a fatal 5-way and call it a day. Just make it a fatal 5-way and we are all to the races. Everybody but I'm telling you what's going to happen right now. So, with everybody getting involved, because that's exactly what happened. Charlotte speared Bianca. Charlotte also kicked Bayley in the head. Then Asuka basically took out Io. So then also she spit the mace in Bayley's face, all that stuff. So after Charlotte had speared Bianca, the match was over. So guess what? Guess who won the match? Bianca won the match because of disqualification. That's a great way how to book your champion. Now, the one thing I can say, she didn't get pinned. That's the only positive about this. Asuka did get pinned, but I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. Asuka's title reign has been one big old joke. So after she spit the blue mist, because everybody was laid out, Bayley told Io to try to cash in. She tried to cash in, and she wasn't successful because she spit the blue mist in her face or whatever. And Asuka ran out of there looking like a crazy clown, laughing, sticking her tongue out, all that crazy stuff. I'm like, and that's how SmackDown went off. And you had everybody all laid out looking mad at each other. That tells me, ladies and gentlemen, we getting ourselves a freaking tag team match. You know the script. Y'all know how the script is when it comes to WWE. Now, the best part of this match is when Bianca did the KOD on the announce table with Asuka. That was the best part of the whole match. Honestly, that was the best part. Best part of the whole match. I mean, but outside of that, man, no freaking direction. I feel like it's going to be, I'm telling you, the way how the story is going, it feels like it's going to be a fatal 5-way. It does not feel like it's going to be a triple threat. It does not. Bayley and Io should be focusing on Shotzi, correct? I know you want to try to plant the seed that Io's going to try to cash in. Ladies and gentlemen, they're telling you without trying to tell you, Io is not going to successfully cash in. I know fools want it to happen. They want her to do it. She's not. Bayley is going to be the reason why. She's going to be the reason why she does not successfully cash in. So I'm telling you, if you're not going to do a fatal 5-way, heck, just give us a fatal 4-way with Io watching. And no matter what happens, she can easily cash in once the match is done. But I'm telling you, no direction. The women on here don't have no type of direction. The Raw side don't have no direction, and the SmackDown side don't have no direction. But they got the main event. Yeah, they got the main event, but no direction. I mean, makes things make sense. That's all I want. Make things make sense. And for me, what I would have did, I would have put Jay stuff at the end. I would have had Jay and them close the show, and I would have put this where Jay spot was. That's just me, because you want your most important things closing the show, correct? Now, I know you want everybody to think Asuka's title run is important, but no, they don't. They have no desire to actually book her as if she means something, because she losing in disqualification matches and crap. And even though she didn't get pinned, which about dang time, because she the only one that didn't get pinned. So far, all the champions across all scattered wrestling corporations are getting pinned left and right. Asuka was the only one that did. Even though she lost, she didn't get pinned. And you know what? She ain't by herself. OC didn't get pinned. It was Darby Allin. He got pinned. But that's that. Ladies and gentlemen, that's SmackDown. That's SmackDown. That's Rampage. Your man's is coming back. I'll be back Sunday, because it's going to be extremely late. If I decide to come on here Sunday morning and give you a thorough review about Collision, Battle of the Belts, and Slammiversary, I'll do it. But if not, I'll probably be back sometime on Sunday afternoon or Sunday night or something like that. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the shows, Rampage and SmackDown. Overall, I thought it was decent. I thought we had a decent night. Friday nights is it, ladies and gentlemen. It was decent. LA night is over like a mug. Good to see my man Lance Archer back. Battle of the Belts matches. We got Tony Storm versus Taya. We got Shawn Spears versus Luchasaurus. And we got OC versus Lance Archer. Those are your three matches. Ladies and gentlemen, I will get back to y'all cats later. Y'all know exactly what to do. Hit the comment section up. If you're new to the channel, feel free to subscribe. Hit the like button, and I'll see y'all cats later. Holla at your boy. Man, what's good, everybody? Listen, I apologize, man. I was supposed to talk about this in the review. It slipped my mind. I was like, oh, snap. I knew I forgot to talk about this. So, the Street Profits, they was walking backstage. Montez talking with Angelo Dawkins. They said, hey, man, the man said he's supposed to be putting up. He said, yeah, he's supposed to be putting up. I don't see him, though, man. Yeah, you know, he said he wanted to talk to us about doing something, you know, getting together. Next thing you know, this big dumb man, black limousine pull up, black limousine driver pop out. He opened the door. Who pop up out? Bobby Lashley. Fans going crazy. He's like, hey, fellas, good to see you. Yeah, good to see you, too, man. He said, hey, you want to talk about it? He said, you ready to have that talk? Yeah, come on in. Hop in the car with me. I'm going to drive it out. Now, ladies and gentlemen, Shelton and Cedric are stuck in Raw. They stuck in Raw catering zone as enhancement talent because that's all they're there for. Are they trying to revamp the Hurt Business, but on SmackDown this time with the Street Profits? Bobby Lashley and the Street Profits. This is the new version of the Hurt Business, but with Street Profits. Because a lot of people been wanting character change for the Street Profits. They feel like them on this babyface run really hasn't went nowhere. They had a decent, if you want to say a somewhat decent tag team run. No, it wasn't. And then they was trying to push Montez. Everybody was like, oh, Montez going to have a great singles run. And everybody was scared that Angelo Dawkins was going to be the Marty Jannetty of the Rockers, just like what happened with Shawn Michaels and him back in the day. That's what everybody was talking about. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't have no clue where this is going, but I'm telling you right now, as a man who tells you the bold-faced truth when it's concerning our talent in this company, never trust them. Never trust these clowns without booking. Never trust them. Because it seems like WWE loves to get our hopes up. They get our hopes up, and they cut the legs right on us. Look what they did with Melo on NXT. And you think I'm supposed to get happy because I seen the three of them get together and hop inside a limousine? Listen, I saw it, but I already said, now, don't get your hopes up. Do not get your hopes up because you know what kind of foolishness is going to happen. I ain't trusting them until they actually do something decent. They don't know how to do it because I tell y'all all the time, they can't book us to save their life. They cannot book us to save their life. They can try. They can't. I don't trust these clowns for nothing. I don't. I know people want me to be like, oh, man, yo, this. I'm like, no. Listen, when I saw it, I was like, I said, cause the pause. This is the WWE we're talking about. You know how they do with your talent. Do not get your hopes up. Do not get your hopes up. I'm telling you, listen, I saw it. I seen the three of them get together. I said, nah, don't do it. Don't do it. Don't do it. Ladies and gentlemen, I ain't got nothing else to say. I know some of y'all wanted me to be like, oh, man, yo, said you should be happy, man. I'm like, no, I don't trust these clowns for the life of me. With our talent, no, I don't. No, they have given me no hope, none. Even with Kofi winning at 35, which is one of the greatest moments in WWE history, and guess what happened? He became the biggest joke because guess what? You know exactly what happened. I ain't got to go over that trash that happened. I don't have to go over that. It's always, everybody say it's the atrocious booking. Look no further than the clowns that's at the helm. Triple H and Vince McMahon. Y'all know you can't trust them clowns concerning us. You can't. You cannot trust those circus clowns. I don't care what these cats in the IWC say. Dude, you can't trust these. You can't. You cannot trust them. You can't. I tell y'all cats all the time. Do not trust H. Do not trust Vince. Don't trust them. And it's unfortunate, man. I can't trust Michaels anymore. I can't, especially with the atrocious booking that's going on with Mello. No. They've given me more and more ammo to tell me over and over and over again, do not trust when you see your talent on TV that they're going to be booked, they're going to be represented in a right way. Oh, my bad, presented in the right way. Don't trust it. I don't trust it. It looked like it might do something. It might be decent. I ain't trusting them. I'm not trusting these circus clowns. I'm not trusting them at all. I ain't trusting. I'm not trusting them at all. I ain't got nothing else to say. I apologize. I was supposed to talk about it, but it slipped my mind. But I was like, nope. I said, let me go ahead and this is a little extra to the review about my thoughts on the new version of the Hurt Business, because that's basically what they. Now here's the deal. I wonder what the name's gonna be. I don't know what the name's gonna be, but it seemed like the three of them getting together, and it wouldn't shock me if MVP is at the helm of this whole thing. It would not shock me at all if MVP is at the helm, but I do not trust Vince in them at all. I don't trust H at all. They tell me don't have faith in us when it's concerning our book. Do not have faith. I'm telling you, I don't have faith at all in this. I don't. So I know people wanted me to be like, oh man, no, sir. Nope. No. They tell me all the time, don't expect nothing good when you see us on TV, because all you see us doing is buck dancing all day. That's it. Buck dancing, shucking and jiving. I ain't got no faith in it, man. I'll talk to y'all cats either tonight or Sunday afternoon or Sunday night. Holla at your boy.